So I'm recording this video to show you the final result of the tile and probably what I'm going to keep there, and then filling the grout with that little part, so with the part below. So this is kind of an interesting story. Today I went to try to confirm what was going on, because now the guys that are going to come to bring the Quartz countertop tomorrow on Wednesday, tomorrow Wednesday, is going to they didn't know that if I had a crew or not. They were not trustworthy of me being able to do things. And they said, basically, they didn't trust me that I'll be able to lift it. To be able to carve out the stone for the hole for the sink. And to me, I just thought, well, I have everything that I need. Like, I have the mask and all that, and the type of blade. And he just thought, like, there's been a lot of injuries involved with that. So he said, I'm sorry, I can't let you do that. You could pay for it, $200. So I'm going to pay another $250 to get that completed. And guess what, though? He waived the fee of installation, so he's going to go ahead and install it. So he told me. And he's like, he thought that the glass railing was impressive. So he's like, "Are you guys have you have an architect or something?" I'm like, "No, I'm just the engineer. I guess I know what I'm doing." But let's beside the point. So let's go ahead and look at those glass tiles, the results, the final result. I think it looks pretty sweet. There is some little parts I have to really touch up in terms of just taking it off. And maybe I need to do another grout job. Like certain parts here, for example, they're not filled in all the way. But that's pretty trivial compared to everything else, because you could always go back and do it. And it's not very noticeable unless you actually zoom in. Like, you may not even be able to see it right there. When I zoom in, you'll be able to see it. But generally, people probably won't even care. But yeah, it's starting to look like it comes together real well with everything. And also, I was kind of skeptical, because I was like, wait, some of these people's pieces seem kind of loose. But literally, I'll touch it, and there's nothing that's loose. Everything is adhered, whether it's adhered together by the grout, which is because it won't be able to slide, or if it's actually adhered to the wall, most likely 99% of the time of the tiles are. And I was concerned about this part because it was sliding a little bit before I put the grout, and nope, there's no loose parts. I'm just touching it, and obviously this is not the best test in the world to test to see if there's loose tiles, but the fact that I'm touching it and there's nothing that's actually moving, no tiles that are single piece that's moving, means that I basically did a good job, I think. So it looks pretty good. I really like the results and how it's coming together. Like I was telling Mark in Mark's epic weight loss in a comment, I'm kind of copying my luxury apartment in a way from Foster City, and you can see in another video. And I thought I was going to do this at some point, and I didn't really know what that really meant. I didn't really know, see the way, I didn't really, I was never planning on copying it, actually, or doing anything remotely similar to it. I just assumed that I was going to be in a place like that very soon after I rented this out, and that never came to be. So in a way, I'm kind of making up for that, but then probably the main reason why I kind of want to copy it is because I'm being conservative in my, aesthetics, because I want to be able to attract somebody that might be on the same wavelength, if you want to say that, as me. And it's just more attractive in general. I mean, Quartz is the best countertop that's out there and stuff like that. So my whole idea, and I know a lot of people might not understand, but is that you pretty much attract those that kind of see the same thing that you do, or that enjoy the same things that you do and stuff like that. So you want to be able to work with that, where people like that. And obviously everybody's different, but there are certain similarities that can be brought. And now it sounds a little cultish for me to discuss it like this, but I think that if you can find somebody that's kind of common, and I'm not saying that to be discriminatory in terms of your, real estate search or your They call that search for tenants. But the idea is everything has to stem from what you're all about. That's what I believe now. And if you fundamentally misalign that, if you're just trying to be logical about everything and it's all about logic, then and strict numbers and trying not to go outside of certain tolerances and stuff like that, you're gonna lose. You're gonna fail just drastically. That's my contention. And I think that so far it seems to be correct, because I'm looking at all these people like Anton Daniels and stuff like that, and also the idea of building is also, in a way, is related to what you're trying to do and stuff like that. So it's like putting yourself in a certain good direction, and the fact that you like put your own ideas into it and stuff like that it's a creative process that kind of puts that signals to other people like what you're all about. It's like, oh, this guy's not going to just be a slumlord, or I don't have to screw with this guy, or I can trust this guy because, or maybe not necessarily trust, but I can vibe with this guy, and I'll pay him rent as in addition to that, or I understand that now he's kind of like, he has these clean things, he takes care of his stuff, so I'm going to reciprocate those things. And that's the other thing too, is I don't know if you've ever read the book Influence, but that's another key thing, key human fundamental idea of humans, which is the law of reciprocation, pretty much. So it's a sales idea, but basically everybody has this sense of reciprocity, where you have to, like, you feel like you have to fill in a void, if there is a void, if someone else has created a void. So that's another thing that kind of aligns with what I'm doing too. So it's this whole like reciprocation thing. It's like you kind of get the sense of, like, when you kind of combine the whole moral aspect of things, where it's like, okay, now I'm here, I see something that I like, and I feel like it's been given to me, and so I want to give back, that kind of thing. It's like you're creating a pressure point for that. So there's just so many reasons why one should try to, like, build and renovate and try to make their space and what they're trying to do as a landlord or owner as more aligned with what they're doing or what they're all about than just looking at some stupid numbers on a spreadsheet or whatever. And now that's obviously, you have to do that anyway. But beyond that, you have to, in my opinion, so far from my experience, you also have to align what you're all about with that thing. And if you cannot treat it as a black box, unfortunately, like maybe other things that you might do. So anyway, thought that was interesting to show you. And if you want to check out his name is Anton Daniels. He's also building, but he's a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. And he's always has good tenants. He knows what he's doing and stuff like that. So he's a, now, I mean, that's just one thing that I've looked at, but obviously there's other people out there like Big Pocket Bros or something, Bigger Pockets or something, and then this guy named that I follow named another landlord named Real Estate Investing Landlord News. He'll tell you more about what he's seeing and stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of interesting to see like the differences in decision making and everything that's happening. But even somebody, I'm not going to say somebody I'm close to, or I should say should be close to, but as a relative, he was doing a roommate thing, and then it kind of didn't work out, and like a little bit didn't work out a little bit. But I can imagine that situation would have been a lot worse if his place wasn't that great. If it was like a shithole, then it would have been like, I'm just trying to get money, and then, oh man, that would have been way worse, because you're just looking at the numbers and stuff like that, like how I was doing it, and stressing the fuck out trying to make that work, and it's just like, But that ended up working for that person, I think. Seemed like it did, but yeah, there's just so much that goes into all these like home renovations or whatever. So And the thing with me is like, you know, I'm not doing anything based off of the values. I'm doing it based off of what I like primarily, what I see value in, what I perceive value in versus, and it's not 100% copying, but kind of is what of the luxury apartment. But I like other things too that are not just related to that luxury apartment, like the baseboards and the glass railing. That wasn't in my apartment from last time. That was what I decided I wanted to do. And although they had glass railing on the outside, and so like, and then they did have pendant lights, sure, but they didn't have this frosted glass door, which I think some of you might actually be familiar with. So anyway, I'm just saying that. And then there's also some baseboards in the bathroom. Maybe I'll show you real quick. That are tile. They're porcelain tile baseboards. I think they look pretty nice. That wasn't in my apartment, and I saw that at like a beauty shop, like a salon. And I don't know. I just think it looked cool. It looked like it went together with everything else. I know the bathroom needs work, but just check out the baseboard there. Bathroom needs work, I understand, but yeah. So wish me luck, because they may not be 100%, those countertop people 100% with their word on things, because they might not be sticking to the word 100%, because they didn't come down here and see everything. So, and also I have to clear up a lot of space, so I'm gonna take out the TV, stuff like that, some of my baby video photos. I'm gonna, all that. So I'm gonna take them all out, and yeah, we'll see what happens next. Thanks for watching.